Hi everyone, welcome back to the vlog. My name is Amara and we are currently self-building a tiny guest house, or two tiny guest houses in Gambia, and we have come across a bit of a problem. Sorry about the sunlight, it's a bit early this morning. We have literally just finished putting up the two roofs, and we were thinking now that now the roofs are up and the buildings are secure, we would then move on to the kind of outside of the building, working out what we want it to look like and then plastering everything. And we have just had a call from our friend who's working not too far away from us in the next village, and he's also building his own little tiny house. So much road traffic here. So what basically has happened is, once we'd finished doing both roofs, oh sorry Paul, I'm so sorry. Once we'd finished doing both roofs, we called the electricity people because we have to get a separate electricity meter. That's how electricity works here. You get a meter like a box. You buy your electricity and then you put the codes in and you get electricity like a pay as you go kind of system. We used to have it way back in the days of England, but not many people. There's more people getting onto it now. Anyway, he has just had the electricity people show up at his place, and they've told him that if you don't have windows and doors on the property, what they're calling secure, you're not allowed to have a meter. So yeah, we also have the same problem. We don't have windows and doors in either of the properties just yet. We're thinking that they might show up here in the next few days at least. He is, like I said, not the next village, the village after, but he's right at the end of that village, and the next village doesn't have electricity supply set up yet. So between him and us, there aren't that many properties. So what we need to do now is we're going to run down to the metal store. Thankfully there's one not too far away from here. We're going to run down there, grab all the supplies that we need, hopefully, to get windows and doors in, so that in the next few days we're thinking maybe they might show up. At least we can, if we've got one property done, like we've got the windows and doors in one building, then they'll be able to put the meter in, and we can always then finish off the other building. So yeah, because we're bikers and everything has to be a bike, jokes. So we're going to take the work bike now, we're going to run down and we are going to go and get supplies. Okay, so we've literally got all the metal in and everything, and you'll never guess what. I was getting ready to get tools and stuff. They just turned off the electricity. We don't know when it's going to be back on again. It's a bit of a faff. So that means the welder isn't going to work. The grinder isn't going to work. The kind of main tools that we need to start the job is not going to work. So we don't know what we're going to do right now. There are other things obviously that we could go and like get done, but it's just we really want to get this done now because obviously time wise we don't know when they're going to show up. So it's just a bit of a major setback, I guess. And I don't know, we're thinking maybe because they're putting the meters in they might have turned it off, but haven't got a clue. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully it'll come back on soon. If not, I mean it is Friday, technically it's a day off, so I might just escape, ride on out into the sunshine. The kids have been doing my head in about going on a motorcycle today, and I'm teaching them to ride, so we might do that in the meantime, and then we will see how long it takes for the electricity to come back on and whether or not we can actually do it today. So yeah, let's take a break for now. So we managed to weld the 2-door doors themselves. We're gonna do tomorrow the frames around the doors where the door will actually sit in, and then also focus on handles on the doors, hinges, and then the plate as well. We get the plate in. So we've got a little bit of repair to sort out today. We should be back tomorrow doing some welding, finish off the doors and the frames and everything, and then yeah, move on to the windows. Which, if you think about it, they're kind of just like smaller doors, so they shouldn't take as long, hopefully. Yeah. Oh, but then we have to get glass as well. Yeah, I just remembered that we have to buy glass. I've literally given myself like a sick headache right there from doing that all day, trying not to get flash burn. So we are going to call it a day. I'm going to go and rest this piece of filth that I've given myself. Hopefully I won't get flash burn. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow probably for more welding. Yeah, it's beer time. Time for beers, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to head over to the garage now. That's making a start on the frames, like the outside bit for the doors. I've just finished a breakfast order. So yeah, let's go and catch up with Dad. Start day 2 of welding.
You've got lots of space in between. When you close it, it closes open. So nice to make this again. I'm going to have to take the door off.
So we're going to leave Dad in the garage to do the to weld the plate onto the door, and we got back a bit later. I have to run off to the restaurant. We have an obscene amount of tomatoes to prep. So I finished work for today, so we're going to head back to the garage. We had a bit of an issue in that they turned the electricity off for a few hours again today. We've checked Facebook and they put a bulletin out saying that they're going to turn the electricity off again tomorrow. They haven't given a time, but they said for 4 hours, and then they said on Thursday, today is Tuesday, they will also then turn the electricity off from early morning until 5 o'clock at night. So basically 5 o'clock at night, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So electricity is going to be off frequently, which means, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to see what Dad managed to do in the meantime. And then I think it'll probably, whilst the electricity is on, it'll be a very long night. We'll just stay out here and weld. Ooh. We have the door. Okay, so Dad has gone to go and get a shrub to the fan. I think you can hear me better. Give me a second. Okay, now you can hear what I'm saying. So, Dad's done one of the windows and he's done the frame as well as the window. So obviously it opens like that, really cool. We're wondering about the glass that we're going to put in. Now we could either go and get a massive full sheet of glass and just fit that in. But the glass here in Gambia, it's not like we get in the UK, we get double glazing, we get protective films and things. It's not, it's just a legit piece of glass. And we're kind of worried that if, for example, maybe you leave the window open and like a breeze blows it shut, or I don't know, any kind of problems with the glass, we'd have to replace the whole sheet safety wise as well. In that situation, if the window did slam shut and it broke, it's a lot of small glass pieces and shards and someone could get hurt. So we're thinking what we probably will do is separate the window into smaller sections. So we'll have, for example, if we split it like here maybe and maybe here, we could split it into 3 sections and have 3 smaller panes of glass as opposed to one massive one, or maybe split it in the middle and do 6 or 8 smaller panes, however we see fit. But to do that, we need a smaller kind of angle iron that will fit in here. We have a really big angle iron which is the same size as is used for the frame here, but we need a smaller one for the glass to fit on. So he's going to go and get that now. In the meantime, I am figuring out what we call safety bars or burglar bars here in Gambia. So they're kind of like a protective bar that goes on the window, so if someone did break the glass they couldn't break an entry. I don't know, it's just a done thing, it's just what everyone does. If, for example, we went on vacation and we left the property, or if someone wanted to break it and steal stuff, you hear all kinds. So it's just safety first kind of thing, and since we're doing the windows we might as well do it. I kind of want to make them look a bit more creative and kind of less like prison. So I'm trying to figure out a really nice decorative style as well, and it also kind of adds something to the windows as well. I feel like I've not really contributed anything to the building process, the welding part so far. Dad's obviously a way better welder than I am, and even though the stuff that we do is like cars and bikes and mechanical and engineering and stuff, it's a bit different trying to transfer your brain to windows and doors and trying to figure out how a door lock and a window lock would work and how a hinge fits together and stuff. So yeah, that's been Dad. I kind of haven't really done anything. I was gonna have a go with a bit of welding, but he does it way faster and way like better than I do, so I just kind of leave him to it. But now I have a plan to kind of do something on the windows and doors and actually like do something. Got so far, so I've got my little cardboard box that I've been drawing on for days with different ideas of how to do windows, and anyway, let's just, yeah, we'll gloss over that. So I've got a picture of a window and I've separated mine into 2, so I have a smaller section and 2 small sections, whatever. So I'm thinking of using, we have like a flat bar, which is this here. So it's like a thick iron bar, but it's completely flat, like a ribbon kind of almost. So I'll be using that, I think, to make kind of branches, and then I'll cut out some leaves and make some oranges and different things. If I can come out with some really decorative looking prison bars. So yeah, okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we have all of our windows and doors done for one side of the building. So obviously we have our door that we did, and then we have 2 smaller windows, one for the bathroom and one is an extra one. So now what I've got to do is clean up all of the welds on the windows. We just want to make sure that the window edges are all smooth, so no one's going to catch themselves on it or get like clothes caught. which is something that really irritates me. You end up with random holes in your clothes. So yeah, I'm gonna sort that out now, and then we can start painting them and measuring up for glass as well. Actually, is something we also need to do. So yeah, I'll get back to you once I've done it. Good morning. Actually, no, it's just gone high noon. Anyway, yesterday we were able to put if I said this way you can see it. Yesterday we put one of the doors in and we kind of secured it in and smoothed the edges a little bit. So there's the door. So there's no gap all the way around, it's completely sealed in. We are not going to open it today. We're going to give it a few days. We're going to try and resist the urge to open it and give it a few days just to set, and then we can, obviously once we get to plastering the building, we can neaten all of it out. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll get as many windows as we can in.
Right, put that flat there.
How about that?
It's difficult.
Okay, so here we go, we're done. We have all of the windows and doors in. So we've got one window, two windows, three windows, and a full-size door. So those have all gone in now, so hopefully when the electricity people show up, we have a sealed building. So we should be able to get a meter. I'm kind of tired, so I don't really know what I'm talking about anymore. We didn't realise there was a specification before, but it turns out it is. It was a bit of a mission getting them all done, but yeah, no one's actually showed up, so it might end up being one of those Gambia things where like it takes ages for people to show up, but at least it's done. Also, you'll notice that we haven't put the glass inside the window, and for the same reason that we just kind of base coated the windows, is that obviously cementing it messes up the frame. So you see you get like cement stains on it. These will wash off, but we didn't want to put the glass in and the burglar bar as well, because obviously we're going to come to start plastering the whole building and it's just going to mess up the glass. The same reason we haven't painted the door as well. So later on, once we've done plastering, which will probably end up being very soon, once everything is done plastering and maybe even painting as well, and then we'll freshen up the paint on the frames for the windows and doors, and then we will then put the glass in, and hopefully that'll keep it clean. The next big job that I'm going to start probably tomorrow morning, it's like 6 o'clock now, it's getting a bit late. I don't want to mix any more cement, so probably tomorrow morning, is sealing the building. The gaps that we have running across the top between the building and the roof where we put that in, obviously we need to trim the roof panels as well, but we'll get to that. We need to seal all the way across, inside and out, and I'll probably do both buildings at the same time. So we basically need to get rid of these gaps all the way across. Once we've done all the plastering and everything like that is done, I guess that kind of means that structurally the buildings are finished. So the door now. It's definitely starting to look a lot more like a property that you'd want to live in, as opposed to like the shells of buildings. We're getting there, we're getting there. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the process. We will see you in the next video. So that is bye for now. Oh, look, there's some cows across the street. Some cows over there. Doing cow things. Probably going home. Oh, a bird. Dude on the bike.